The Story of Markanteyan. Once there lived a very poor Brahmin in a village with his wife. They had no children. They were devotees of Lord Siva. All days they prayed to him to give them a child. But they did not get a child as they wanted. But their prayer never lacked. When years passed, one day Lord Siva appeared before the couple. He said, "My dear worshippers, I am very much pleased in your prayers and offerings. What wish do you like to get from me?" The Brahmin said, "Oh, my father and savior, I want a son to look after us in our old age. Could you please give us a blessing to have a son?" The Lord said, "I give you two choices. Either you can wish for a son of great virtues and qualities, but lives only up to the age of 16 years, or a son who lives for more than 1,000 years like a blockhead and a rogue. Tell me about your choice." The Brahmin said, "I want a good-natured son." Lord Siva gave that blessing and disappeared. Soon they got a child and he was brought up like a prince. He studied all about the ethics of life and the Puranas. He became a scholar even in childhood. When his age was going to be 16, his parents worried a lot. When he wanted and compelled his parents to disclose the reason, they said all about his birth. He said, "My dear father and mother, you needn't fear at all. I am a devotee of Lord Siva, the Supreme Soul. I can find a remedy for it." Every day, Markanteyan went to a temple where Shivalinga was idolized. He prayed to Shiva to relieve his parents from grief, and he wanted him to prolong his lifespan to some more years. But the fate was against him. One day, when Markanteyan was 16, Yama, the personification of death, came to the temple. At that time, Markanteyan was in deep prayer. Yama called Markanteyan to go with him, but he was not ready to leave his parents. He hugged the idol of Shivalinga very tight and prayed. Yama had no more time left before him. He had to complete his task of depriving away the life of the determined. He took out his snare and hurled it around the neck of Markanteyan. It not only fell around Markanteyan's neck, but also around the Shivalinga. Lord Siva was observing all this. He was angered when the snare touched his idol. He appeared before Yama and stared at him, opening his third eye. Yama was burned to ash the very moment. Shiva was very much pleased in the devotion of his devotee and said, "Markanteyan, you will not die soon. You will live for 1,000 years of adolescence." He disappeared. Markanteyan went to his house and told everything about the blessings to his parents. They all became happy and prayed to Lord Siva for his grace.